So ladies and gentlemen, FC26 is right around the corner, and if you want the best start to the game, you're going to need the best cheap starter players, and that's what I've got for you today. So we're going to be showing you 10 of the best cheap starter players for the first week or two of FC26 that you need to put in your team. Try to cover as many different sort of positions as possible and as many price points as possible. So you'll see cards from about 700 coins, discard, 1,000 coins, all the way up to about 50k, which is where I draw the line at a card being like a starter card. But yeah, the last two are absolute gems. And if you are looking forward to FC26, drop a like on the video. We'll have loads of content coming your way. But let's get into that first OP starter player. So up first, I've gone with eafc. A little bit of an obvious one up first. He's a French Premier League striker, so he might be a little bit overpriced at the start. I'm going to guess that he's going to be about 10,000 coins. I think he'll be about that. He shouldn't actually be that much. But I think the links alone with him being Liverpool, French, and Premier League, obviously, if he's Liverpool, will mean he's a little bit overpriced. But if we do take a look at his card, and we've got the in-game stats here, 86 pace, 78 shooting, 69 passing, honestly, isn't that important for a striker, especially early game. But then 85 dribbling is what I love about this card. And then he has got 73 physical. And then going deeper in, if you look at his grey play styles, chip shot's not great. But finesse shot for finishing in those one-on-one chances is great. Technical for a big, tall striker, which he is, by the way. If you look, he's 6'2", is great. He can play cam as well, but I'd ignore that. I'd just play him at striker. He is 4-star freestyle, which is good enough. I'd say I'd rather have the 4-star weak foot, but 4-star skills can be quite nice. And then if we go into his in-game stats here, 85 acceleration, 87 sprint speed, and then look at his dribbling for a big man. 80 agility, honestly, on someone who's 6'2". I don't think you understand like how good that really is. As well as 74 balance. Normally these taller players have lower balance to sort of compensate. And then he's got great rest of his dribbling as well. His shooting's amazing. 79 finishing does mean, though, I would put a Hunter on him. Hunter down there. And this would take him up, as you can see, to 94 pace and 84 shooting. And I think with that 85 dribbling, honestly, boys, this will be an absolute class starter card. He doesn't have the highest strength, but that 86 stamina and 85 jumping as well, I think is a little bit underrated. Like, again, I've mentioned, he is 6'2". The one downside I will say about this card is he has no roles at advanced forward or poacher. And these are ideally where you're going to look to play your strikers. So if we see that roles are a big sort of meta point next year, then maybe Ekatike is not the one. But honestly, boys, I know it's obvious, but first one to look out for is Ekatike. I don't think you can go wrong. And coming in at around 10,000 coins, if he does come in less than that, and he's closer to 5,000 coins, absolute bargain. I'd look to pick him up and get him in your starter Prem teams. From striker to centre-back, though, boys, we're going on to Mickey van der Ven next. Now we're jumping right up in the price range. I think he'll be 50k. He could be more, but I think with him being 82 rated, I don't actually see him being too much more than that. But boys, I know you've all seen it. I know. 90 pace on a centre-back. I know you're thinking he could be more, but honestly, 82 rated is so low that there's pack supply on this card will be really nice. So you'll be seeing him flying out of packs, which does mean that he shouldn't be as expensive as you might think. But if we jump into his in-game stats as well, look, he only has 2 great play styles. And, you know, he doesn't have like a roll plus, he doesn't have a play style plus, but boys, don't overthink this one, right? 90 pace, lengthy as well for accelerate type. His pace split's a little strange, but honestly, 84 acceleration is completely fine. And yes, look, right, 59 agility, 49 balance, it's fine. Look, I know he's not going to be like an end game centre back. It doesn't matter. But the start of the game, good defensive stats, good strength, really good jumping. He's 6'4" with that 92 jumping, so he'll probably score a few headers as well. I'd whack an anchor on him, so not a shadow. I'd go and put a anchor on him to get 94 pace, 88 defending, and 85 physical. Honestly, insane starter card. It takes him up to 99 sprint speed. That is mental, boys. Look, he'll come in at around 50k. He won't have any evos early on, if you were thinking that, because the 90 pace, they'll just cap him, right? So there won't be too many evos early on. But I would just, in general, just get this card in your club, throw him into your team. Like, look, honestly, I'm a little bit pissed off at this. I won't lie. I don't want to see him in Weekend League too much. And I think I'm going to be seeing him every other game in Weekend League. But boys, get him in your team. If you can't beat the Rats, you got to join them, right? Coming up next, boys, this is an absolute hidden gem. I know this one's going to fly under the radar, but don't let it, boys, right? Let me dig you into this Kunda Nanji. I reckon she'll come in around 1,000 coins. Look, first couple days, she might be like 3, 4, 5, maybe up to 10,000 coins. But with her being solo rated, the league, the nation, she's a little bit hard to link. Although she is the women's MLS, which is not too bad. But honestly, boys, this card will come down to about discard. And let's dig into the stats, boys. I couldn't believe this when I found it. This one is crazy, right? Starting off, let's just do face stats, right? 91 pace, 80 shooting, 75 passing, 84 dribbling, and 88 physical. And in that 88 physical, it is 91 strength. Oh, I can't believe this, right? So if we go to it in games, 82 attacking position, 78 finishing, 84 shot power. Look, there's nothing special there. She's a left mid, right? I'm playing a striker. Boys, this card's going in my team. She's going at striker for me. The shooting, I'll show you what puts chem style to put on her in a second. Passing's actually really decent. Good vision and good enough short pass. Like the rest you don't need, I promise you. And then the dribbling, boys, 89 agility with this 81, with this 91 strength, sorry. Normally when you get like a starter card, it's one or the other. No, she's got both. She does have 78 balance, which isn't the highest. Again, that's not too bad. Great dribbling stats. It doesn't stop there, though. If you've noticed, she's 4-star, 5-star, 5-star weak foot, which, by the way, for a striker card, insane. 4-star skill moves is nice as well. It still doesn't stop there, though. Go into her playstyles. Chip shot and precision header, not really needed. Precision header, by the way, is a new one. Might be quite good. We'll have to see, but I imagine it won't be, especially as a great playstyle. But inventive, which is like the new kind of Trivella, I'm pretty sure. Or it might be the new Flare, actually. Rapid and quick step, which we know is OP. First touch as a striker for those inside the box touches. And boys, this new Enforcer playstyle, which I am telling you now, will be overpowered. I promise you, keep an eye on players with this Enforcer playstyle. They've given it to certain players like Hullet. They know what they're doing. This playstyle is going to be broken. She has a few role pluses. Left mid, inside forward plus is really nice. I'm just going to play her at striker on like no role pluses. And if we have a look, 4-star, 5-star, she's 5'9". Oh, my, boys, I think this might be the best hidden gem card in the entire game. For me, I'd probably still put a Hunter on her if you can get one, just to get the 99 pace. But if you weren't going to do a Hunter, Hawk is also fine. It like nearly maxes out some of her physicals. It's great, crazy. The last one you could do is Engine. And if we throw an Engine on her there, you can see it does really nice to sort of balance the agility, and it hits all the good stats. But if you're going to play a striker like I am, I'd rather touch the shootings. I'd stay on this one with a Hunter or a Hawk. But boys, comment down below. Did you know about this card? And if you didn't and you've seen her now, is she going in your starter team? This one's crazy, man. But it doesn't stop there. Moving on to our next card, we've got two here. And I'll show you why I've picked them both, right? So we'll start off here with St. Max. And boys, if you do on this website, by the way, it's Radar FC. It's up and down at the moment. They keep like taking it down and going back up just because the traffic on it. But it's got a full database, and yeah, I think it's got a squad builder there now as well, so you can build those starter squads. But going into State Maximum, if you've noticed, boys, what do these cards have in common, right? They're both extremely low rated, 80 and 79 rated, but they've both got a really good playstyle plus. And the reason this is so important is early on in the game, yes, stats matter, like don't be silly, but these playstyle pluses, while not many cards have them, are the difference between a decent starter squad and like a really good one. So although I think this St. Max won't be completely cheap, he might still be 5k is what we've gone for him. Getting that technical plus, as well as, by the way, Trickster, Inventive, and Quickstep, which are really good grey playstyles. And he's got good rolls as well. That 90 pace, 71 shooting. St. Maximan's always had low shooting. You do not play him up front. You play him on the wing. It shouldn't be too bad. Passing's average as well. And then really, 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 really good dribbling and okay physicals. On this card, throw a Hunter on him if you want him to score more goals. Or you can even throw something like I wouldn't throw a finisher. I was looking for a Deadeye if you're going to play him on the wing and you want that passing. But boys, that technical plus early on, well, a lot of the defenders don't have the best sort of agility and balance, and a lot of the defenders are just slower in general, will cook. It will absolutely cook some people's teams. So have a look at St. Max in your team. He's 5-star, 4-star as well, like he always is. Absolutely fantastic. Got the Trickster Grey for those Trickster fake shots in the box. And if you don't know how to do them, go and look them up. They're 100% worth doing. But yeah, really good starter card. And he's French as well, so he shouldn't be too hard to link. And then if we go into Doku as well, Doku is even better. I think Doku will be more expensive. He was quite expensive last year. Doku, boys, this Rapid Plus, I don't think you understand how good it was this year in FC25. If it's not as good in FC26, this might not stand to be true. But I reckon Doku will come in around 15,000 coins, 20,000 coins. But he's so low rated, he just can't be that expensive. But that Rapid Plus on the wing, which was for the speed boost this year, he also has Quickstep. He also has Enforcer. What did I just say? People are missing this, right? He's got 95 acceleration, which is crazy, crazy. 88 sprint speed, similar to St. Max, is shooting and passing ain't the best. His dribbling's even better, in my opinion. Just ridiculous. 93 agility and 92 balance. He doesn't have, obviously, the 5-star skill moves. He's a 4-star, 3-star, which is not as good. But, boys, that rapid on the wing. Yes, you'll be paying some coins for this card. Yes, it's worth it. I promise you, him and St. Max will cook your opponents. For Doku's chem style, boys, Hunter is obvious. And again, same as St. Max, Deadeye. But I just think early on, prioritize the pace. Go Hunter. If you've noticed, boys, a lot of the fullbacks, by the way, are slower this year. We can go through some in a second, but things like, or players like Kirkes, I think has 87 pace. Like they've just made the fullbacks not as fast as they normally would, which means having pacey wingers, we'll have to wait and see for the full game. But having pacey wingers should be class, basically. Getting in behind on the wings for the cutbacks and for the sweaties, basically. But yeah, these two card boys, get them in your starter squads. Up next, boys, if you're not sold on the lower stats of the Playstyle Plus, don't worry, I've got you covered because I found this little beauty of a wing pairing, right? Left wing, right wing, both for AC Milan or whatever they're called AC Milan these days. Is it? I think it says Milano FC there. Is it? Look, it's AC Milan. Leao and Pulisic. I'm going to guess Leao will be 20k, which, okay, that might be a really underestimate, like, of a guess. But genuinely, boys, looking at his stats compared to some of the other cards on this game, yes, he could stretch up to 50. I don't think he'll get much more than that. I honestly think, boys, very early on, you'll see this card start to come down. He can't play striker. He's got no playstyle plus like he did last year. The reason he was so expensive last year was the playstyle plus alone. I promise you this downgrade will bring him right down. But don't sleep on Pulisic either. We'll get to him later. Starting with Leao, 93 pace, class. Again, you know he's fast. Really good shooting. He has 82 finishing, 80 shot power. Class for a winger. Really good passing. As you've seen on these wingers, boys, not all of them have the best passing. Leao's actually got one of the better ones, right? And then his dribbling's not as good. That's more because he's 6'2". It's not because his dribbling's like awful compared to Doku and St. Max. It's just because he's a taller build, right? 84 agility on someone who's 6'2". Perfectly fine. If we do look at his grade play styles, he has game changer. He then has incisive, rapid, trickster, and quick step. And boys, when you see this rapid and quick step combo, it's beautiful, right? Those trickster fake shots, like I just mentioned before for St. Max. And then the first time we've seen incisive today, you boys know how good that was last year on FC25 for playing your striker in behind the first time through ball meta as well, right? So honestly, that Leao card could be a bit of a joke. And then if we go over to his partner in crime, we go to Pulisic. Who can play cam, by the way. I've not really even noticed this. And I should say, boys, as well, right? Pulisic being 4-star, 5-star, amazing. Leao, 5-star, 4-star, amazing. And I believe that'll be part of the reason that price gets brought up. I have said 5,000 coins for Pulisic. Again, I just think with him not having 90 pace, him being American, so not the best links, 65 physical, like no playstyle plus, I just think this card won't be that expensive, like same as Leao. But if we dive into the stats here as well, look, 90 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, class. Really good shooting, by the way. The best shooting we've seen of one of these starter wingers that I've showed you. So really, really good shooting. And probably means he can play cam as well. 5-star weak foot helps that as well. His passing's probably the one thing that holds him back from playing cam as much as anything else. Although, just really quickly, he does have incisive pass as well. So maybe he can play cam. Maybe it's one to try for you boys. I'd just stick to playing him on the wing, and I'd play him and Leao in the same team for the chemistry. His dribbling, again, really good. He's not as tall as Leao, he's 5'10", but he's still decently tall. He's got winger plus plus as well. I think that's the first time we've seen a roll plus plus on one of these cards. However, my personal preference, boys, I'd actually still use him just on this inside forward plus. I think it'll be way better, especially with his shooting. You just want to get him as close to the goal as possible. And then for this Pulisic, he's, by the way, again, quickly, low driven shot, insane. Get him inside the box. Because of the little bit lower pace, I just throw Hunter on him. It gets his shooting stats right up there with the 93 finishing, and it makes him rapid, quick. Him with a Hunter and Leao with a Hunter on each wing, boys, that's dangerous. That's a little bit dangerous for your opponent, and I think these two are definitely worth considering for your starter team. More of an obvious one now, boys. Camavinga, who I'm guessing will come in at 5,000 coins or about there, because once again, he's not that high rated. And one thing I wanted to get out of the way here with Camavinga, which I've not mentioned too much with some of the other cards, is this card is primed for evolutions, right? When a card just doesn't have that many high stats, he's got 84 dribbling maybe, but when it doesn't have that many high stats, he's just primed for evolutions. So I'd keep an eye out on this Camavinga for that alone. But 80 pace, 68 shooting. You're going to play him deeper, so it's probably not too bad. And then 81 passing, 84 dribbling, 78 defending, and 80 physical. A well-rounded central midfielder card. They're not too uncommon. So why Camavinga specifically? Well, it's for the links, first of all. There's probably not going to be a team in anyone's club that this Camavinga can't fit into. Real Madrid, French, La Liga, class. And then when you go into his in-game stats, if you see here, boys, passing is really, really good. His passing being 81 is more because of these stats like curve, crossing, and free kicks, which don't matter. His long pass being 84, short pass being 86, and 83 vision means his passing will be superb. And then dribbling as well, minimum dribbling stat is balance at 81. So on the ball, he'll feel amazing. Defending being 78, okay, really good. I wish the defensive awareness was higher, as that's a really important stat last year, so I assume it will be this year. But he also has 79 strength, 84 stamina, 82 jumping. Just really, really, really well-rounded. I'm going to personally play him as deep lying playmaker. As you can see, he's got a role plus there, as that's just what I like to do. I'd rather have him as a DM. Shooting's not the best. He is 6'1", so he'll have that sort of presence, you know what I mean, in midfield. And going into his play styles, jockey is crucial for a CDM. When you're holding LT or L2, you're sort of just jockeying between trying to cut passing lanes off. Crucial for a DM. And then block, again, similarly. Bruise is really good for a DM. And like I say, technical, on the ball, he'll feel amazing. Boys, genuinely, on this Camavinga, I'm going to leave a basic on him. Can we get a... Yeah, we can get a basic there. Boys, look at some of the stats there. I'd just leave a basic on him. If you want early game, you could do a shadow. Simple as. They'll be really expensive, boys. Just leave a basic on him. He'll play amazing in game. You can play left back. Just ignore that, boys. Just ignore that. Play him at DM or maybe like centre mid in a 4-4-2, and he's your central midfielder that sits back a bit more. But yeah, boys, at around 5,000 coins, you can't go wrong with Camavinga in your starter squad. While we're on the topic of central midfielders, boys, I think I've got another one that might just slip under the radar, but is actually not that hard to link. It is Crystal Dunn in the Women's French League. She's American as well, so there's a lot of women links there. She's got loads of positions, and she just looks like an absolute beast. I can't believe I've not seen more people mentioned in this one. I think she'll come in around 5,000 coins, cheap as chips, boys. Let's get into the stats. 85 pace, 76 shooting, 80 passing, 82 dribbling, 75 defending, and 79 physical. With those well-rounded stats, yes, you can play left back and right mid. Just play a centre mid. Don't overcomplicate it, right? Pace is class for a centre mid. Shooting is class for a centre mid. Passing is class for a centre mid. Once again, it's the free kicks and crossing, bringing her overall down. So the actual in-games with vision, short pass, and long pass are amazing. She's then got 80 stamina and 80 strength in physical, which I just think people underestimate on some of these short, like women central midfielders and women defenders. So she's got that. Her defending's really good. It's just this head and accuracy that's low, which isn't that important. We'll have to see the next year, but I think you'll get away with it. 71 defensive awareness does mean, boys, I would slap a shadow on her, or even, is it a anchor does the same defensive awareness, so maybe an anchor as well. And then dribbling, boys, when you get a card like this with 89 balance and 83 agility, they're just going to feel amazing on the ball, which we all love that, right? Rapid and quick step, you see the same combo again, which might mean, you want to put her on the wing. I'd still play a centre mid, boys. You can try her on the wing. I'd still play a centre mid. I'm sure with a shadow, she could do a job at left back, by the way, but there's definitely quicker options. She does have relentless, so she'll be going all game. Like I say, all the positions. She's 4-star, 4-star. Okay, she's 5'1". Let's just ignore that, right? Ignore the fact she's 5'1". Apart from that, boys, amazing starter card. And if she does come in at 5,000 coins or less, definitely one to put in your team. Coming in at number 8, boys, we've got another more expensive one, but I think Marmouche won't come in at much more than 50,000 coins in that first week, and he looks like an absolute gem of a starter striker to get in your team. He's got 89 pace, rapid, that's fine. His shooting stats, which, by the way, I don't think he quite deserves this from like real life performances, but whatever, right? His shooting stats look amazing. Like I say, focusing on that first 3, 87 attack positioning, 87 finishing, and 85 shot power as an early game striker is insane, boys. His passing, again, amazing. He's got that 85 short pass, which is all you need. He then has 89 agility, and again, 78 balance. He's a little bit taller at 6 foot. That's absolutely fine. He has really good reactions and composure, dribbling, and ball control. Little low on the strength, little low on the stamina. Starter game card, you can sort of let that off. But him with a hunter on there, which would take him to 97 pace and 91 shooting, with finesse shot and technical, boys, this is a top tier Prem starter striker. He doesn't have the advanced sword plus as a striker. And yes, you could play him as Cam on that shadow striker. And if you're going to do the 4-4-1-1, I don't think there's many better options than Marmoush as a Cam at shadow striker. Me personally, I'd still play him at striker again. I don't like his passing as much for a Cam, but you guys can do it if you want. And definitely don't play him left wing. 4-star, 3-star ain't great, but it could be a lot worse. So boys, building them Prem strikers, I know there's some other options. We've already mentioned Ekatike. But if this Marmoush is coming in at 50,000 coins or less, I think he's an absolute grab. Staying on the Prem theme, we could not do a cheap B starter team video without mentioning Murillo. Boys, when I seen this card stats, I knew there's a place in my team for him, right? 80 pace Prem centre-back, we're off to a flyer. But the more you look, 95 jumping, which he does need because he is a little bit smaller at 5'11", 90 strength. He then has, if you go into his defensive stats, 83 interceptions with 79 heading, fine, 83 defensive awareness, 83 stand tackle, 84 slide tackle. But what I like about this card is, normally these cards have really low agility and balance. Because he's a little bit smaller at 5'11", they're actually really good. 65 and 63 for a starting game centre-back. I'm pretty sure that's comparable to Van Dijk's. He's got good short passing and long passing, and he does actually have long ball plus. So maybe, again, if that's OP like it was at the start of last year, that could come into play a little bit. And moving on to his play styles, I guess. Block and intercept and bruiser are 3 quality play styles for a centre-back. No anticipate isn't great, but there's not too many cards I've seen with anticipate great anyway, so I wouldn't worry about that. He does have centre-back, defender, and ball-playing defender plus. I just throw him on defender plus if it's anything like last year. This ball-playing defender wasn't the best. And then 2-star, 3-star, which is fine. And he's left foot. Everyone knows left-footed players play better. But yeah, let's whack a shadow on him. Boys, 88 pace, 90 defending Prem centre-back. I think he'll come in at about 10,000 coins. Maybe not. He might be a little bit more. But he is only 83 rated. Boys, if you're building a Prem team at the start of next year, you need a good reason as to why to not put Murillo in. I don't get why you wouldn't. Throw him in your starter team. Get some more clean sheets in champs. Everyone's happy. And these next 2 players, by the way, genuinely my favourite 2 on the entire list as we go on to Bar and Rios. Now, this one is a sort of duo. You would not have one without the other, in my opinion. But if we start with Bar, who I believe, same as Rios, will come in at 1,000 coins. If we can get a Bar in here. Oh, he's there. Right. Boys, let me take you through what I think will be the best starter fullback on the entire game. For a couple of reasons. 90 pace. Like I said to you before, they've definitely nerfed the pace of fullbacks this year. So 90 pace, don't scoff at it for a fullback. And it's a good pace split as well, by the way. He then has really good passing for a fullback early game. So he's not going to be giving the ball away like all the time, which is great. Similarly, he has decent dribbling for a fullback early game. His defending's not the highest. Shadow or anchor, sorting right out. His physical is amazing, really good. 78 strength, but 84 stamina, 82 jumping, 84 aggression is really, really nice. But this card shines because of the play styles. He has ping pass, whipped pass, jockey, anticipate, rapid, relentless, and then the most important play style in the entire game for a fullback is bruiser. Oh, Jesus, is bruiser. He's got all of them. And boys, with that 90 pace, 81 physical, and having bruiser, as well as anticipating rapid, I think you're looking at, for what could be 1,000 coins, the best starter fullback in the entire game. And you might be thinking, well, that's because he's hard to link, but that's why we've included Rios on this list. I think I said before, someone was my favorite card. No, I'm lying. This Rios is my favorite gem in the entire game. Honestly, from the whole database I've seen, from what I'm talking about is the price I think they'll come in at versus how good they are in game. Nothing comes close to this Rios. If you can link him to Bar, on it, boys, you've got a card, right? Going through the face stats, 81 pace, 70 shooting, 77 passing, 82 dribbling, 72 defending, and 82 physical, right? Really nice, really well-rounded. And those 3 80-plus face stats of pace, dribbling, and physical for a centre mid, beautiful, right? Shooting's not the best. He'll be a deeper centre mid, so that's not a problem. Pace is great. Passing, really, really good for a starter card. Dribbling, amazing for a starter card, especially a central midfielder. His defending, the only thing I don't like is 68 interceptions. It's just too low. So in my opinion, boys, I'm whacking a shadow on this card, just so you know. gets his defending right up there, makes him rapid at centre mid. And again, I'd play him at DM, which he does have there. He has the CDM position. And then 88 stamina, so he's going all game. 79 strength, 85 aggression. Boys, the play styles as well. Block, first touch, press proven on a centre mid, which is really rare as a starter card, is great. Relentless, she'll be doing it all game. And what did I say, boys? This overpowered playstyle enforcer on this centre mid. He is 6'2" as well, so he's got a bit of beef about him. Him and Bar as a sort of strong link, if you will, in your team. Boys, I cannot stress this enough. Get these two in your team now. Get them ready. And I know, boys, that was number 10, but we're not stopping there. I did have a little bonus for you. Now, let me explain why I've got Gyökeres in this video, okay? Now, this is a starter card video, but I wanted to sort of unearth some hidden gems. And while Gyökeres is not a hidden gem, his stats are really out there. I think this card is still going to go under the radar for the price. And I think if, boys, this card comes in at around 100,000 coins and is not as expensive as it could be when Mbappe's like 3 million coins, boys, if you've got the coins, have a look at this Gyökeres for your starter team. And let me explain why. He's lengthy and rapid, which, as we know, that is really, really, really good, getting in behind those defenses. The physicals are genuinely like team of the season. Like, that's insane. His passing isn't the best. He's a striker. Fine. His agility and balance and dribbling for a tall striker at 6'2" is world class. His shooting is obviously world class. He's got that nice triple 88 stat there. But boys, if you haven't already been listening to me this video, what does this Gyökeres card have? It has Enforcer Plus. And by the way, if you don't know what Enforcer does, because I've talked about it a lot in this video, Enforcer is the playstyle where you bang the ball into someone, midfield up front. It's sort of the ability to hold the ball off when they're not actually on the ball. So if you pass to Gyökeres and he's not on the ball yet, he will hold his man off and make it so you can basically ping the ball into him non-stop. They've not give this playstyle to many players. They've give it to Hullet. I think it's going to be OP, so keep an eye out on it. He also then has, for grey playstyles, finesse, low driven, press proven, which with Enforcer means you just can't get the ball off him. Then quick step with lengthy. I can't stress to you boys how good I think this card's going to be the first couple of weeks. If you can afford this card, I think before people figure out he's meta, this card's going to the moon. So honestly, get your hands on him. What a card. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll see when the game comes out. And for Chem style, I wouldn't take the piss. I'd put a Hunter on him, or even for the first time, I would throw an engine on him, unless it changes his lengthy. I don't think it does, but if it changes it from lengthy to controlled, I'd go back to Hunter, but I don't think it will. Boys, there you have it. There are some of the best starter cards in the entire FC26 database. Get them ready for your team. Screenshot, save the video, like it, do whatever you need to do. And if you're excited for more FC26 content, honestly, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be getting loads of content ready for you boys for the new game. We're going to be doing a Road to Zlatan, Road to Glory, when the new game comes out. And we're going to be doing all sorts, boys. So hit the subscribe button if you're new. And until next time, in a bizzle.